Every time you stream a video, use social media, search the internet, or talk to an AI, giant computer buildings are working nonstop behind the scenes. These buildings are called data centers. But as artificial intelligence grows, data centers are becoming bigger, hotter, louder, and more expensive. And in some cities, people are starting to fight back. So now companies are exploring a wild new idea. What if we moved the internet into space? Modern data centers are enormous. Some are as large as multiple football fields and packed with thousands of powerful computer chips. All those computers create huge amounts of heat. To stop the machines from overheating, data centers need giant cooling systems running day and night. Some sensors also use massive amounts of water to cool the computers. In dry places where water is already limited, people worry data centers could strain local resources. Residents in some cities complain that data centers use too much electricity, make noise, take up valuable land, and don't create many jobs compared to how much power they consume. As AI grows, experts think the demand for electricity could become enormous. Some estimates say future AI systems may need as much electricity as small cities. So companies started asking a science fiction question. What if giant computer stations orbited Earth instead? In space, satellites can collect solar energy almost constantly. Unlike Earth, there are no clouds, nighttime weather, or mountains blocking sunlight. One of the biggest engineering challenges is heat. Computers create heat whenever electricity moves through their circuits. On Earth, fans and air conditioning help cool electronics down. But space works differently. Space is extremely cold, but it is also almost completely empty. That means there is no air to carry heat away. So even though space is freezing, an aircraft can still overheat. To solve this, engineers would use giant radiators. Radiators release heat as infrared radiation into space, but the larger the computers become, the larger the cooling systems must become too. Sending information between Earth and space is another huge challenge. Right now, many satellites use radio waves. Radio waves are reliable and can travel through clouds and rain, but they have limits. As AI systems grow, scientists worry radio communication may become too slow for giant orbital data centers. So engineers are experimenting with lasers instead. Lasers can send much more data much faster because the beam is narrow and concentrated. A laser beam can carry huge amounts of information between satellites and Earth. But lasers have a weakness: weather. Clouds, storms, fog, smoke, and even dust in the atmosphere can block or weaken laser signals. Another problem is cost. Every computer chip, cable, solar panel, and cooling system would need to be launched into orbit. And rockets are expensive. To build giant orbital data centers, companies might need thousands of satellites. There's also the danger of space debris. If satellites collide, they can create fast-moving debris that threatens other spacecraft. One crash in orbit could damage communications, navigation systems, or even future launches. Some scientists believe orbital data centers could someday help power future artificial intelligence. Others think the idea is far too expensive and complicated. Right now, engineers still need to solve cooling problems, communication limits, launch costs, radiation protection, and orbital safety. But many technologies once sounded impossible. Reusable rockets, the internet, artificial intelligence.